And welcome back. This is the Benjinator, and you're watching Let's Play Xenogears. So last time, Faye entered the martial arts tournament at Fatima Castle, and while this is all going on, Bart is going to try to sneak in by swimming up the waterways against the current. It's not exactly the best plan ever, but it's the best that we can possibly do. So this part of the game is actually fairly straightforward. There's no battles with Bart, and this is a dead end. We can't go this way. There's no battles with Bart, but if you swim around for long enough, what's going to happen is that you're going to enter the next tournament with Faye. And so what is going to occur is that every time you win a battle with Faye, and I mentioned this in the previous video, there's going to be less guards once Bart actually gets to the castle. But here all we're really doing is worrying about swimming up streams, and this is kind of a semi-labyrinth, I suppose. There's various waterways. It's not exactly straightforward, but you can usually find your way around here pretty well. It's just really a matter of exploring each of these waterways, and it's actually worth it because there's treasure that you can get. I believe that there's actually one over here if we keep going this way. I hope so, unless we're getting just totally lost. There we go. Cool, we got a Rose of Soul S. And there's a couple more treasures here. I'm probably not going to get all of them. But there's no major pieces of equipment that you're missing. And the idea is that you do want to keep swimming upstream. Now, one thing about the flow here is that it's not constant. There will be times where you'll be swimming and you simply won't be able to move much further. Like right now, the flow is a little bit slow, so we can actually get up this incline. But there's going to be instances where you're just going to be swimming in place. And it can be kind of taxing on your thumbs because you have to hold down the circle button to basically swim faster. There's almost no point in not holding down the circle button, otherwise you're going to be literally treading water. Like, you're not going to be able to get anywhere. So, yeah, we should be able to get to... Once you get to, like, this kind of, like, three-pronged waterway is really when you're almost there. And we're going to be seeing a wall that's actually right there. And if this were any other RPGs, you'd just be like, well, there's a wall. Nothing I could do about it. But, like, literally all you have to do is hit the X button and you open the floodgate. You literally open a floodgate. Okay, so I believe it is up here. And, yeah. I think this is it. So you just go through this little tunnel right here. And there's the floodgate. Cool. Now all I got to do is go up to it and open it. And voila. Isn't that easy? So this goes up. I'm not exactly sure how this is happening either. Like, is he just using his, I think Bart's secretly telekinetic. He can make floodgates move at will. Alright, here we go. And apparently this old man knows who we are, which is a little strange. There he is. Yeah. You know, I don't think that you were a kid when I was a kid, dude. I have a feeling that you were probably at least into middle-aged adulthood when I was a kid. Yeah. I'm surprised you're not dead by now. Because I was pretty sure that you would have croaked. Pretty sure you would have been locked into a dungeon and stuck in a small, isolated chamber, and you would have been rambling to yourself. Prince Bartholomew. Ah. That's a pretty good name for royalty, though. I mean, of course, when I see Bart, I just think of The Simpsons, but that's because I'm freaking old. It's actually funny. I teach at the university here in Reno, and I once made like a reference to The Simpsons, an offhanded one, and nobody knew what I was talking about. That's the point at which I knew I was pretty old. Anyway, so this old guy is just kind of... he's hopeless. But at least he's harmless. That's the good thing. It'd be a completely different deal if he was hostile and was calling the guards on us, but the fact that he's not is kind of a nice thing. And he's got like his own little chemistry stat right here. He's got books. He's been here for a long time. He's got his bed. God, that thing probably smells like shit. And you can actually close the floodgate right here too, which is kind of a nifty deal. There's not really any point in doing so. I don't remember any reason to close the floodgate, but you can do that. It's kind of cool. All right, so let's head into the actual castle. And because we won that first tournament bout, there's actually going to be less soldiers. Oh, here we go. We got the next one. So this is Faye round 2. I believe in you, Faye. Oh, so Big Joe, this guy's kind of a pain in the butt. Because his regular attacks don't do anything. Like, they do 1 damage. But he has a large capacity to restore himself because he's got fan support, and then every once in a while his fans will throw bottles at you. But yeah, see, this is going to do absolutely nothing. 2 damage. Weak. So yeah, Iron Valor is going to be your friend here. And this is what I'm talking about, is that he'll just heal himself like this, and it sucks. Alright, great and dynamic. Where are you, fucking Tony the Tiger? That's another thing. I don't think any of my my students actually know who Tony the Tiger was either. They did not grow up on basically Saturday morning cereal commercials. So this is the most powerful thing you got to deal with. Does 69 damage. And I think that this after you win this battle, you actually get a metal vest, which is pretty cool. And then you get to immediately put that on Faye, which is the best idea to do. It's better you put it on him than Bart, because Bart's not going to be encountering very difficult enemies. Whereas Faye very well could lose. Ugh. That sucks. It really sucks. But we will survive. Because he's doing his whopping 1 damage. Yeah, we don't have any Aqua Soul S's. I probably should have gotten some, but I think Inner Healing should be alright. Inner Healing. Heal your mind. Find that positive state. But the nice thing is that he only really does like those fan-supported attacks and healing spells every once in a while. Like it's not like some of these bosses later where you're literally going to have them heal you like every other turn, which really sucks. This one is a little bit more. This one's a little bit easier. It's a little less frequent, and it's a little bit more predictable. So let's do some more inner healing, because we don't want big, fat, stupid Joe to get in our way. That's for good measure. I think we'll do 2, because this battle's not going to take that much longer. But I did just kind of want to get max out on my HP, and there we go. Senritsu. This should do the trick. Yeah, in the face. The next death blow you learn is Hagan, and that one's really cool because you almost do like a bicycle kick in their in their chest, in their face. Oh, that sounded dirty. All right, I think one more Senritsu should do the job. But the thing about death blows is that even there have been times where I've had Hagan by now, but I don't really sweat it too much. I'll make sure in this Let's Play to get every single death blow that's possible. Within reason, of course. There's a couple, like, the really special ones at the end of the game that I haven't gotten, but I could look that up on a walkthrough. That's going to be easy. So, alright, so let's put the vest on Faye, because, you know what? You know what, dude? You deserve it. By beating big, fat, stupid Joe. Alright, and now we get to continue with sneaking around. But we first have to not go back in the back in the stupid sewer. That's one of the flaws of this game, is that the camera angles can be just kind of goofy sometimes. So these guards can spot you and they will fight you if they do, but these guys don't do anything. These guys are just drunk. So the guards in the hallway, like, you can kind of pretend this is Metal Gear Solid and sneak around, and they will have, like, the thing with the exclamation mark. But if you fight them, they're not that hard. And they actually give you a chance to to learn Bart's death blows. Because up until this point, we don't really have any. Like, we have the Serpent Whip or whatever it's called. The very first one you get, but that's about it. So it's worth using Bart to power up on that. And as usual, whenever you sneak into a castle, like an enemy castle in any JRPG, the cooks don't care. The chefs are just like, they're not bothered by the fact that you're sneaking in. They have no stake in the political future of the country, so they're just like, whatever. It probably helps that I'm the righteous ruler in the first place. So, let me just show you. This is the first real battle that you get to fight with Bart. And but we fought these Ava guards before. They're not that hard. So what you want to do is you just want to aim for that that triangle X death blow, which is actually pretty useful. And visually it's cool too. Like once we finally get it. But you can pretty much do this with every enemy and defeat them pretty easily. Like there's no reason to use Headhunter. Like these are not hard. These are not hard enemies. So I should mention that as a game I was just playing for fun, not with the intention of LPing. It was just something that I never completed. Was the game Legend of Legaia. It came out in the late 90s, around the time this game came out. I think it was a little bit afterwards, but it was a perfect 5 out of 10. There's no reason really to go out of your way to play this game. The story was bland. The characters had no personality whatsoever. But I will say that oh, I've never seen this conversation before. Yep. Yeah, you're pretty much on babysitting duties. Okay, so like that's kind of a hint that basically says that like you can wait until Faye gets to the semifinals to fight these guys, but you know, we're gonna take care of them right now. So like I was saying, this game Legend of Legaia, right? Very bland game, but the one thing that I liked about it is that it does offer you a bit of a challenge. The enemies and the bosses are actually quite, you know, they take some work. Like you have to level up, but also you have to use some strategy. Like it's not going to be like one of these games where you can just use your most powerful techniques and they're dead in about 4 or 5 rounds. No, they will kick your ass and they will make it difficult for you to win. And that's one of the things I appreciated about it. I just wish there was an actual story. Story is literally the most predictable thing ever, but for those of you guys out there that are into retro games, I would skip Legend of Legaia. You're not missing anything. All right, so we haven't checked out this side of the castle yet. So let's clear out these guards, shall we? Let's do that. All right, easy peasy lemon squeezy. We'll take care of that guy later. So let's check out this side of the first floor. Yeah, there's nothing really special here, although there is a treasure in the back. There we go. It helps that the Cobra Cracker, that's pretty good. It helps that I actually played through here before, because the first time I remember, like, almost on screen, I was kind of wandering around for a while. Not exactly sure what to do. I was misremembering everything, and I spent literally, like, 20 minutes looking for a key that you don't actually need. There's some locked doors here, and I'll show you where those are in a little bit, but they are of none importance. So this is kind of a bug right here. This guy is technically should be running into you in a battle, should initiate, but I think that there's like this kind of invisible block right here. This is actually really funny. He's doing an Irish jig in the middle of the hallway. And all's well that ends well. We're going to be taking care of that guy later, but let's see if we can get into a few more places. So these rooms are all pretty much identical, but sometimes they do have treasure. I have to say, this castle is pretty nice. Definitely has this, Arabian desert scape. So one thing I think that is worth noting is that sometimes these guards do respawn, which can be kind of a pain in the butt. But again, anytime you fight these dudes, you have a chance to get your death blows up, which is really good. And as you can see, the Cobra Cracker totally gave him poison, which is pretty cool. I have not actually seen poison work. Like, I've played this game at least 4 or 5 times, and I've never actually seen poison be put onto an enemy, because there's no, like, standard way to do it, right? Like, you can't... There's no spell or anything that's gonna, like, poison your opponents. It's gotta be attached to, like, some kind of weapon you're doing. So, there's very rare opportunities where you actually get to see that. So, I'm kind of impressed that actually happened. Alright, let's get to that last door. We're probably gonna have to fight that guard, but... Oh, what's going on here? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought that wasn't the battle with the guard, but this is actually the next Fae fight. So, this is, this guy actually can be a little bit tricky. Thankfully, after we fight this guy, we should be able to have guards basically empty out. But yeah, Scud is a pain in the ass. This B attack doesn't do much, but she does have pills that poison you, that decrease your strength. So it's kind of... The Scud's kind of intrusive, let's put it that way. I think that's the best word for it. Not going to be one that's going to let you go off without a fight, but... Happy pills! Yeah, that sucks. Fortunately, she doesn't use that very much. She doesn't... she doesn't use Xanax very often, but every once in a while she does take Xanax. I kind of wonder if this is like some thinly veiled advertisement for antidepressants. Strange pill. What does that do? Oh, that poisons you. Okay. I forgot to get the damn antidotes. That sucks. Yeah, I thought I was totally prepared for this whole fight, but they do use poison on you every once in a while, which kind of sucks. It's inconvenient. But then again, status effects in this game are not really a huge thing. Like, you're not going to have a lot of circumstances where enemies are going to attack you with things that confuse, blind, poison you, stuff like that. Oh, there we go. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. So, got another one. The Samson's Air. That's going to be useful for an upcoming battle, actually. You don't want to kind of use that willy-nilly. All right, let's use a Omega Soul. They're cheap. These things are literally 50 gold, and they're available at any store. I mean, if there's something that makes the game easier, that would be it. So let's go through this door. The guard just watches us go through the door, just doesn't really seem to care. Oh, hello. This guy is like, I never noticed that you aren't supposed to be here. So, yeah, that guy doesn't do anything. He pretty much is, okay, let's leave. No sense fighting him. Okay, so now the hallway, like, the mechanics of this particular part of the game are a little bit strange, I have to say. Like, sometimes the guards will just disappear, but that's usually, from what I understand, it's a consequence of fighting these battles. So here's the thing that I didn't do for the longest time, is you just want to ignore these guards. Well, I guess, oh crap, run away, run away, run away. Okay, we're gonna have to fight these guys. Alright, we have to fight another pair of guards, but I just want to show you guys the Twin Sonic, because we learned that in the last battle. So this is actually one of my favorite techniques to view. Look at that. Holy shit, just wax them around and so forth. So when that happens, you might as well double step to the next technique, which is going to be Square X. And that one's more powerful, but less cool looking. I'll be the first to admit it. The Twin Sonic actually looks a lot better than the one that we're going to be getting next. So you just want to keep up on this. And actually, Bart is not far from being able to use 6 AP points per turn, which is really cool. And that'll open up like a slew of new techniques that you're going to be able to use. They forgot to fade that guy out. Oh, the programming of this game. It amuses me sometimes. Here's the really old man. Yeah, so another general rule of RPGs is that when you sneak into an enemy's castle, cooks don't give a shit about you, and scholars don't either. Like, you could be going through the hallways with an AK-47 gunning everybody down, and the scholars, the librarians, and the other guys, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't care. They'd just be like, whatever. This is an everyday thing. So here we go. Let's check out. Here's the library. I don't know the history of this country. I did not bother to read when I was a kid because I was the king. Somebody else can do the reading for me. And here's like the story about why they decided to build in the middle of a desert. And then all this mystical stuff happened. And It got invaded by desert people. So yeah, it kind of sounds like the story of Vegas, actually. Started out just basically this GI station in the middle of nowhere, and then it gradually blossomed to the gambling capital of the United States. Oh, here's the next battle, while we're standing on top of a guy's head. Alright, I think we're in the semifinals, actually. Yeah, here we go. And we got Dan, who is really, really pissed at Faye. Obviously. So, how do we deal with this? So Dan actually isn't that hard. You want to put on some Iron Valor, do your bung 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 thing. I really like the animation of that spell. I mean, it's kind of a shame because like there's a lot of spells in this game that have really beautiful like execution animations, but they're just not that useful. Like, you would never go out of your way to use some of these spells just because they have so few damage. But they look cool, and that's one of the reasons why they're worth at least showing off once. Because, like, even if you remember when FaZe in the Weltall use Guided Shot, it's like the coolest looking thing ever. It just does like 4 damage, and there's no reason to use it as compared to his regular attack. So, as you can see, Dan just kind of entered this tournament out of spite. Like, he knew Faye was going to be in it, and he wanted to take out his aggressions on Faye. He's not actually a skilled fighter, and I kind of feel like we're, you know, violating several laws by doing this. Okay, this attack, if I recall, actually hurts. Oh, okay, never mind. It doesn't. Now, if you don't have any equipment on, then it hurts like a bitch. I mean, if you have, like, substandard armor in this tournament, all of these attacks just do so much more. It's really kind of ridiculous. Yeah, sorry, Dan. I didn't want to beat the crap out of you. It never occurred to me to do that, even though you can be annoying sometimes, but... alright. I'm not sure if we actually get anything for that. I feel like it would be... Okay, 500 EXP and 5 gold. Yeah, Dan's not going to have much money on him. He's probably flat broke. Alright, cool. Let's use our good friend, the Omega Soul, and let's press on. Yeah, so this is probably going to be like a slightly longer than standard video, just because I want to get to... the save point. I kind of want to go through most of this dungeon before we proceed. And a lot of these are going to be battles that we fought before, so... Yeah, like this one. Alright, took care of that guy. What have we got behind door number 2? And we have... Oh, look. Scholars that are not going to give us crap. Or this guy, anyway. People discussing geopolitics while there's a tournament going on. I mean, are these guys just not interested in the tournament? Or... Oh, somebody recognizes us. Cool. What's up, dude? These guys just don't have any interest in the tournament? Or were they basically, like, assigned to stay in the castle? Because, I mean, these guys are not soldiers, so there's not, oh, yeah, and you can look out the doors to see if there's any guards going by, but I don't really see much of a point in that. So now we can actually go to the other side to check out. The door we want to go to is actually in this room, but I do want to show you the other side of this castle first, just because it's kind of worth looking at it. There's actually one really funny scene. There's like a boardroom. Oh, yep, these guys. Ah! Alright, guys, so again, we're having to do kind of a twofer battle right here. And I wanted to show you that we learn Rhythm Shock in the last one. And so, as you're going to see, this attack is... I mean, it's pretty cool to see, but I think that Twin Sonic one is actually better to look at. So, you can use either one. I personally prefer to use Twin Sonic on regular enemies, but of course, once you get into boss battles and, you know, things get serious, you want to use the Rhythm Shock. So, talk about RPG logic. These guys, I basically beat up 6 guys with automatic weapons, and I'm a kid with a pair of whips. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but Then again, if this were realistic, I don't think Bart would make it very far at all. So where is that guy? Where's the dude that was kind of walking around? Did he just, did he leave? Did he run scared? Oh, that's kind of funny. Huh. Crazy. Alright, so then there's just one more door on this foyer, I think it's what it's called. Yeah, let's go in here. Just kind of see if there's anything special. Oh, there's a maid in front of a big fat cannon. Oh yeah, Major Vandercom. So it's been a little while since we've seen him, but he's kind of the he's one of the Geblar commanders that basically has a hard-on for big guns. It's somewhat of a phallic obsession. But yeah, funny stuff. Alright, so we're almost to our stated goal, but before that happens, we got one more battle to deal with. And this is one of those fake fights, so you don't want to take this one seriously. So this is against the mysterious old guy, and as you can see, he's dodging everything like crazy. Ain't nothing touching him. It's basically like fighting Neo in the Matrix. Nothing's gonna be effective. So this is you can do whatever you want. You can even use ether points if you really want to, but there's not really any point. Nothing's gonna hit him. I'll even show you. If you use guided shot, it's just gonna be like boing. Yeah, it's gonna do 1 damage. So that's the most you can do to this guy. Your physical attacks are just gonna miss all day, every day, which kind of sucks. So you can use Rage-In just for fun. Rage-In Cajun. And see, it's not gonna do anything. And there should be some dialogue pretty soon, actually. I'm trying to remember what the next death blow is after this, but I cannot recall for the life of me what it is. So, yeah, people, the spectators are just like, this fight sucks. This is like a wrestling match between 2 jobbers. Like 2 people that nobody cares about fighting, and they just kind of miss all the time. Not that Faye isn't totally important. He absolutely is, and he's wonderful, but the fight itself seems like a fight between 2 jobbers. And it's really strange that the wise man knows who the fuck I am and why I'm fighting. Nope. Oh boy, he's asking him existential questions in the middle of a tournament. Come on, guys. Listen, I understand that questioning your life's purpose and meaning and your struggles for everyday happiness are an important aspect of existence, but this is not the time. So, yeah, this odd interrogated line of questioning is going on in the middle of a martial arts tournament. I'm pretty sure the fans are not appreciating this, especially because they can't even hear it. I mean, you know, I understand the need for, like, wrestling, you know, WWE type dialogue where you have your face and your heel and one of them is saying totally ridiculous things and the audience is booing and they cheer for the other guy. But this isn't even that. This is just like, this is 2 guys mouthing at each other and the audience can't even hear. Because I imagine that they're in the stands way the fuck away from here. We didn't even see them. Huh. Well, okay, I guess this is Morpheus. You know, it's kind of like, you know, they get involved in a fight, and he's just like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And also, you can't touch me because I'm friggin' Morpheus. Yeah, you've met your match, Faye. So this is really confusing. Oh, is that the guy that brought me to Layham when I was a kid? Could very well be. Yeah, Wandering Boxer. That's my name. I like how there's a graphical glitch right there, so it looks like there's something obscuring Faye's feet. Yeah, it's one of those things that I can forgive the game for. I mean, this is a very long game, so a couple of glitches hither and thither, not a huge deal. And he leaves the fight. Well, that was the worst final ever. Oh god, they're gonna be pissed. I wouldn't be surprised if they started rioting. Well, I guess you win. Good job, Faye. You didn't do jack shit, and you got the victory. And that is the secret to life and happiness. Not really, but we like to think it is. Do zero work, get all the rewards. Then again, you know, Donald Trump is president. Anyway, so yeah, that's the last time we're going to be using Faye for the tournament, that is. So what this basically means now is I think that there's a portion of the guards that are now almost completely clear. And so the next step is going to be to go up these stairs. If you go down the stairs, you're gonna be kind of put into an area where there's 2 locked doors on the side, and there's nothing really super useful there. So where you want to go is, yeah, this is the room. Watch out for those guys. We might have to fight them. That's a shame. Alright, so defeated, and where's the damn door? Oh, there it is. There's the door we want. Alright, cool. So that tiny little door right there, that's where we want to go next. So there's not going to be any battles immediately on this side. There is, however, going to be an elevator. And we do want to use a Omega Soul, because I believe that there is a... So we're almost to Margie. Like, we're really, really close. And so I think there should be a guard up here. Yeah, there he is. Just take him out. Awesome. So, and beyond this door is... Margie! Cousin! So my friends and I used to do voices for these characters, and I purposely chose the most, like, inappropriate, scathing, random-ass voice for Margie, and my friends eventually told me to stop. It was a good day. Okay, so... Yeah, don't forget your little pink thing. The little pink thing is actually one of the downsides of this game. Okay, so... that was a long video. I might have to split that into 2. But we've made it through Fatima Castle and found Margie. But are we going to be able to escape? Find out in the next episode of Let's Play Xenogears. This is the Benjinator. And thank you guys for watching.